Okay, so I am in Chiang Mai on the way to Kathmandu, Nepal, and I think I want to make more of these travel vlog type videos. So I managed to get, my brother ended up giving me his bag. He's got a big bag, so it's basically same stuff that I had from what I showed you in the previous video, just different bags. So I'm gonna put things together here, and I guess we'll have a conversation as I am putting them together. So I sometimes wonder if human beings are nomadic by nature. I was doing some reflections today, earlier when I was in Pi. I was doing just, overall reflections on the journey so far. I've been on the road for 4 months. I left Canada almost exactly 4 months ago. And so I did some reflections, just sat there in my beautiful spot that I usually go hang out in. And I look back in the 4 months, and more has happened in my life in 4 months than at least the last 2 years in Canada. Definitely, it feels like it. Why does it feel like it? It's kind of like if you ever go on vacation for a week and then you come back home, it's like, wow, a lot has happened. You feel a lot has happened because you're having a lot of experiences. If you're having a lot of experiences, you're experiencing. You're going through different experiences. It feels like a lot is happening. So time is a complete illusion, and it's completely relative to the perceiver and the beholder of it. So, when you smoke weed, for example, time slows down. But somebody beside you who's not high is perceiving time at a completely different rate. So time when you're traveling is completely the time when you're still, when you're in the same spot. And I wonder sometimes if us humans are nomadic by nature, because I was looking and I was reflecting on the last 4 months, and I actually came up with 8 episodes. So it was season 1. So if the point at which I left and got on the road, let me focus here to see what I was gonna do. Give me a second. This one's gonna be checked in as luggage, and that one's gonna go to the plane. I need this one to be as light as possible because they're gonna make me pay for this. So this as light as possible. It's gonna be checked in, and then I'll put the heavy stuff in there. Take it into the plane. Okay, so what I was saying is I looked back at the last 4 months and I came up with 8 episodes. So I'm looking at this as a movie, which so far it has, as a TV show, which it really did feel like a TV show. And I came up with 8 episodes. There's 8 episodes to the season, and now season 1 is over. I feel it. I'm leaving Southeast Asia, going to Nepal, probably to come back here soon, but nevertheless, it definitely has this feeling that the season ended. And I'll tell you, what a season. If we were to play this on TV, make a TV show out of it, what a season. What a season. It really feels like a lot has happened. So many experiences. So, it was filled with everything. It was filled with adventure. It was filled with romance. It was filled with restfulness and relaxation. It was filled with, I went to Myanmar. I was in the heart of the city, so I was there, and then I went to the retreat, the Vipassana retreat. I met so many people on the road. Then met my brother, and it was a lot of things. A lot of things have happened. I'm still actually more focused here than here. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, give me a second here. I'm not very good at multitasking. I really am not. Okay, so a lot has happened since, and I'm gonna find it very difficult to settle down in the future because this is it's an addiction, because there are so many lessons. It's like accelerated learning in life. That's what traveling is, essentially. It's accelerated learning. And now I feel like I'm ready to move on to the next level. Like I'm ready for the next lessons, you see, because literally that's how like it felt like. So there was 8 episodes, right? This is a TV show, and each episode seemed to take 2 weeks to produce, right? So I can tell you the first episode was the adaptation phase, just adapting to a new life. Second episode was meditation mixed up with some romance, you know. And then it third one was like infatuation with pie. After like I went to pie. It was like it changes. Every episode has a different theme. And then last episode was aliens. Basically, that was the last episode. You know, you've been watching my videos. You know, I've been ranting a lot about the mission. And so the conclusion of the first season. So the first season is over in this TV show. And the conclusion, when everything has happened, all the episodes, everything that has happened to me in the 4 months led up to the mission. To me, discovering that I'm here to serve, the desire in me to serve, which has been awakened by also like a romantic encounter that I had. It turns out everything is for service, for the mission. So now I'm just pretty much obsessed with my mission in life, which is a good obsession. I'm here to do this, so that's the mission. You know, that I'm a servant of God now. It's about the mission. Everything is for the mission. You know, so that was the conclusion. That's why it feels like season 1 is over. It feels like season 1 is over because it concluded itself. Like it turns out, okay, every experience that I had in this whole 4 months was leading me up to realize that I'm here for service. Nothing but service, actually. That this is my reason of existence. This is my soul contract that I signed up. And once that realization has fully hit me, I was ready to move on from pie. Because I know once you're in touch with the Tao, once you're in touch with the way, you feel things, you feel the flow, and you feel the flow. So as soon as that happened, I was like, all right, it's time to move on. It's time to go somewhere else. That's it. That's the conclusion. That's the end. If you watch a really good TV show like Game of Thrones, for example, in the first 5 seasons, okay, 4 or 5 seasons, 4 seasons, okay, it was superb. And you know how the show starts off slow and then it just kind of picks up, and the way it ends, there's usually something big happens. Well, this is how it felt. It felt like, all right, season 1 is over. We got the mission. We got the memo here. We spoke to the ET fam. We got the total details of the mission that I know fully I'm here to serve, and I'm eager to get on with it now. So eager that I just can't stop making videos. Believe it or not, this is my 6th video today, and I'm on the road. But I couldn't do this before. I needed to be in a special place. I needed to be which pie is very special. I needed to be in a special place, in a specific place to figure out all this. You see, but now that I figured it out, it's like, all right, man, let's go. I don't care where I am, what I'm up to, what the weather is like, it's like the videos are gonna be made because that's what I'm here. That's my full-time job. Is to I was listening to the Law of One in the bus coming here. That's it. That's my thing here. That's my full-time job. And it's like, all right, then if I'm not making videos, I'm either educating myself or reflecting or preparing. And so it's just about that now. It's about the mission. So now that I figured out the mission, I'm ready to be anywhere in the world. I'm ready. I'm not going to commit in any place for more than a couple of nights, 1 week at the most. I know what I'm here to do, so I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter where I am. In fact, it helps my case to expose myself to different experiences, as much different as possible, because there are lessons to learn. Like right now, it's like season 1 is over, season 2 is about to start, and this is the theme. It feels like this is gonna be episode 1. I wanna go to the Himalayas. I wanna get back to some cold training, some Wim Hof breathing, some cold showers again, put on this wolf tank top, and start off the season strong, okay? And what a beautiful transition it is. You know, think about it. If it's the last episode, figure out the mission, full of this, all right, service, and then bang, you know, season 2 starts, and you think it's gonna start where it picked up, but no. It's starting at the wall now, you know, kind of like Game of Thrones. They'll start off some seasons at the wall, like North in the Wall with the White Walkers and stuff. And speaking of Game of Thrones, look, see this. So, I'd like to start at that, but then I'm also open to anything else, you know? I'm a flexible writer, so I am flexible to writing the story in a different way. But the way it feels right now is that wolf tank top is speaking to me. It's like, all right, let's start at the north of the wall here, the Himalayas. At the Himalayas, let's go to the Himalayas. But I probably won't go there right away. I want to buy some stuff first, some hiking gears, etc. And I want to start with easy hikes, just day hikes, 5-6 hours at a time. Then I have one in mind that I would like to do, which is a 4-day hike. That's as far as I'm gonna go, like a 4-day hike, right? And probably, I want to do some cold exposure again. It's in the genetics, in the sense that, what I mean by it's in the genetics, I took cold showers for 4 years. It's epigenetics, I suppose, because I was born in a desert, but I spent 15 years in Canada. And in those last 4 or 5 years, I was basically taking a cold shower every day, especially if it was winter. But the last year, I just really was sick and tired of the cold, and I just wanted to leave. But I actually admired the cold and all the lessons it taught me. So now it's good, and it's good in moderation too. Like Canada, once the winter hits you, you're gone for 6 months. Now I get to spend a few weeks in Nepal, and then probably go to Koh Phangan or some island really and get some sunshine and stuff. So it's nice. Cold is nice in moderation, not for 6 months. All right, so give me a second. What is this doing here? Oh, yeah, that's from them. Okay, so. Alright. So the charger for the laptop. So the books that I own, so only 2 books. Tao Te Ching and Ramana Maharshi's Who Am I? That's it. I got ruined by audiobooks. I can't read anymore unless these are simple books. You just pick up the Tao Te Ching. Here, let's open up a random page. Be wary of both honor and disgrace. Endless affliction is bound to the body. What does it mean, be wary of both honor and disgrace? Honor is founded on disgrace, and disgrace is rooted in honor. Both should be avoided. Both bind a man to this world. That's why it says, be wary of both honor and disgrace. What does it mean, endless affliction is bound to the body? Man's true self is eternal. Yet he thinks, I am this body, I will soon die. This false sense of self is the cause of all his sorrow. When a person does not identify himself with the body, tell me, what troubles could touch him? One who sees himself as everything is fit to be guardian of the world. One who loves himself as everyone is fit to be the teacher of the world. Yeah, the thing with the be wary of both honor and disgrace, I get it, because it's a social construct. Honor and disgrace is a social construct. You know, in places in the Middle East, it is disgraceful for a woman to have sex before marriage, and the father, it's called honor killing. The father will, in certain cases, kill his daughter, because that's disgrace. In certain parts of the world, other parts of the world, it is an honor for woman to be hypersexual, if you will. Like they will honor that woman. They will see her as the, you know, like the life of the party kind of thing, the life of the tribe or whatever. So it really just it's all relative. That's what Lao Tzu is trying to say here, which is true. What it's they don't there's no such thing as honor and disgrace. It's all relative. And traveling helps you do that because you see, like you see here certain things Thai people find honorable, Western people find disgraceful. Other things Thai people find honorable, Western, or the other way around, you know? You get what I'm trying to say? So really, like, it's pretty obvious, like, it's all culture. It's like Terence McKenna says, culture is not your friend. You know, the more and more I travel, the more I agree with that statement. I see, most people are just bound by their culture. They just follow what their culture says, and it's like no independent thinking, no independent thought. And so honor and disgrace are just social constructs, so relative to the society and the culture. They're not rooted in what is, which is just what is. Okay, so more stuff here. Things just keep popping up. Even when you're a minimalist, I still feel like I got too much stuff, honestly. They'll keep reducing. Every time I make a new move, like this time I reduced too. Every time I make a new move, it keeps getting reduced and reduced, So, no big deal. Oh, that smells good. Okay, so got electronics here. Going with me to the airplane because they weight. I want to keep that one as light as possible. So let me put, what else did I put in here to keep this light? Let's put some clothes in there. Alright, I'll do this. Yeah, so like I said, life is it's a movie, it's a TV show. For me right now, like when I was just living in one place, it seemed like a movie because the movie is just sort of a continuous story. Now it feels like a TV show. It doesn't feel like a movie anymore. It feels like a TV show. So now my statement, as far as my own life is concerned, life is a TV show because it feels like that for me now because a lot of changes. But honestly, it's just the more I go through experience, the more I'm open to anything too. Like I'm open in the future to settle down. I'm open to live in a community, like some community of conscious people, and actually make it like my home. I'm open for marriage, even, believe it or not. It is open me. This experience is opening me to a lot of things. But marriage is a construct. What I mean by marriage is like settling down with someone. Like a partner, a life partner. I'm totally actually open for that. Especially after my experience with a very lovely woman. I'm open for it, and I'm open also for nothing also. I'm open for just keep traveling forever. I'm open, as long as I'm doing the mission. That's all that matters, as long as I'm serving in the way that I know I'm here to serve. As long as I'm serving, okay, this one's heavy. I think we'll put the rest of it in there. The bag that's gonna get checked in. Okay, that sounds good. Maybe I won't take that one. I don't think it's necessary. Okay, all right. Yeah, open. The more I go through experiences, the more open I am. I'm open to be a nomad, to be a settler. Really, it doesn't matter. Okay, speaker goes goes in here too. Okay, good. That can go there. Yeah, so openness is very important in life because you are infinity. So although you would like to experience infinity, but you don't want to you don't want to feel limited. Nobody wants to feel limited, right? Because you're actually formless and shapeless. So it's like every time I restrict myself to a routine or something, it just gets shattered. Like in one episode, this was episode 6 in the TV show. This was around the beginning of, or episode 7. Between 6 and 7, let's say. I had a phase where I was meditating like mad. Like 3-4 hours a day. And I thought, boy, I'm just gonna do that every day. Until aliens happened. And I got in touch with the mission. And when I got in touch with the mission, that whole thing with me thinking, well, I'm gonna just meditate 3-4 hours a day for the rest of my life got shattered. You know? Because it's like, I don't even have time for that shit no more. I'm here in the world. Like, I actually don't. Over the last, like, what? Ever since aliens happened and I, like, got in touch with the mission in a very, like, detailed way. Ever since that happened, I don't have time to meditate. What meditate? Maybe like, in the last 2 weeks, I didn't meditate today. And I feel more meditative than ever. Didn't meditate yesterday. Maybe the day before, 15 minutes. Some humming. I don't have time anymore. But I thought in that one episode that I'm okay, well, I just discovered. But what turns out is the meditation led to aliens. And then aliens led to the mission. And then the mission led to, alright, this is what I'm here to do. I'm not gonna waste my time watching my breath for 4 hours every day. Or humming 4 hours every day, because I don't need to do that no more, because I'm not here to meditate, because this isn't a place where you go on vacation. Earth, I mean, if you want to meditate, there are like realms specifically for that. You go and meditate, other realms, right? Dimensions. This is not the realm. Why would I? It's harder to meditate here, actually. There are realms where you're so light that you could just, meditate much better. Other realms. You're in a human body, it's heavy, it's dense. It's a dense realm, so it's like, I'm not, why would I meditate all this time? It's like the mission. Oh, this smell is incredible. Oh, God. Man, it's orgasmic. So yeah, that's the thing with the meditation trap. But it wasn't trap, it led to all this. And I will have probably different phases in life where I'll go back into the meditations so that I can come out with something, But in the meantime, the mission is the most important thing. It gives me all the energy that I'm trying to get from meditation. It's the mission. Just being plugged into the mission. It's just knowing that, alright, there's work to be done. And there is work to be done. There is immense work to be done, actually, in this realm. Immense. Like, a lot of work needs to be done in this realm. Like, we need as many light workers as possible to incarnate here and to actually start doing the work. You see? So the meditation was only a tool for me to understand this fully, to get in touch with the aliens and figure all this shit out. You see? So, oops, hope it didn't break. Oh, so beautiful. This is, my mom got me this. I requested it, special request with my brother. It's this, incredible. It's not essential oil. You just put a little bit here and you smell like heaven for the rest of the day. Like heaven. Not kidding, like heaven. This must be what some of those more refined realms smell like. Oh God. Oh man. Wow. Alright, we're almost done. is. So here. Okay. Sounds like we arrived. Alright, so do I have anything else to say? Alright, I'll be excited. I'm excited actually to do more of these types of videos. Just roll with it. Roll with it. Alright guys, so I will see you in the next